Yes. Okay, one game for us against one of the teams that for me is one of the best teams now in the best shape in the season. The first quarter, the team were not ready. We stepped a little bit soft in all the actions. We had 1-2 seconds later in all the actions, but I think after the first quarter, we coming back. We win in the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Okay, but if you want to win Monaco, you can be one quarter out, because if not, finally we suffer a little bit. No, I'm very proud for my players because we fighting in the moment that we are 5 minutes to finish the game and we are 7 points down and they score and everybody was up. My team was the moment to play good defense and coming back and finally to have one shot or two shots to decide the game. Okay, thank you.
I cannot explain you and describe you, what level of stress is this game. In the circumstances where we are, what kind of stress is this? I mean, okay. So first thing, here, unbelievable win. It's maybe the best, from the beginning. Because it's this kind of circumstances. Players were missing. We changed the chemistry, from one game to the other, expecting someone to play, then somebody doesn't play. Expecting, more from someone, then you don't get this, here. Because, again, I will say, the French Cup, I don't know how to lose this. I really don't know how to lose the game in purpose. I don't know how to lose this. But you cannot imagine how much these games, hurt us. I cannot describe you. Physiology, mentally, this, everything, trip there, moment, after Berlin game. But it's, hey, okay, you can win the game. It's no problem. Nobody knows what is inside, how big problems. Everybody do, actually. I don't want to compare with the others. But, here, it's hard of the moment. I know in 2-3 days we're going to be completely different team. I'm sure that it's going to be completely different, not Strasbourg, here. After this, when it comes, it's going to be completely different, refreshing the team, and it's going to be different picture. But today, you had to have, focus, tough opponent, tough game, tough loss before. And now coming out, and give maximum. Listen, people has to, respect this. If you buy, the ticket, here, thank you coming here. But, you have to know, this is not theater. Here, I'm not the one, who's supposed to fire up, people. They're supposed to come with the ticket and with the voice to support the team. Because we need this. Not to have, fifth game, like Maccabi. And now I remember fifth game of Maccabi every time. Every time, here, one moment I turn around, nobody's cheering. It's impossible. We need this, it's a hard moment, here. We need, someone, to give us, a sixth man, advantage. Huh? It's like, okay, you cannot, really, here, come with the mind. We are professionals, and we are coming with the best of our performance with every time. So far, here, that was amazing, I have to say. Not finally. Why finally? We did never refuse to lose. Even the previous game we fight, but no here. We never refuse. I cannot say this from the beginning that we don't want, we fight, here. Maybe there is no rhythm, somewhat, but till the end, this team already show great character. Yes. This is not just normal thing. This is what people has to see, and it's not normal. This. We already have 60 games. On the 60 game, when everything is on this guy, he's still fighting to help the team. It's amazing. Okay, beloved. Everybody love him. I love him. Thank you, or whatever. But it's not just Mike. It's everyone. You cannot say Matthew. Matthew had also an unbelievable game. You see the certain tiredness. Alpha Diallo didn't practice, a 1 week. He needs to catch the rhythm, it's when he's with the game, with the, he will be, old. But, this is the guy who depends from the rhythm, from, from the minutes, from importance, he will be back, it's no problem. Then when you have Jordan back, also with something, now it's always risk one game play, another not, not to lose him. It's a serious stress for the chemistry every day.
Can you talk maybe about how you manage the rotation? Because you need is the difficulty to find, like, to trust new player, those players at the end of the bench, or like, what's the mindset?
First, you have to play 26 years basketball. Then you have to be 20 years coach. And then you're gonna feel the game. Who is there, who is not there. Like analyzing. But this is like my strategy from the day one. Playing, sharing the minutes. Okay, I feel this guy more. Now this guy. Etc. Etc. Also, like seeing what is happening during the week. Who is in a good shape, who is less, who is the matchup, what matchup we're gonna, have there on the other side, who we gonna play against who. So, yeah, I mean, it's not possible all the time. What is the right time, here for someone, here to be, involved. There is no right time. Every time, somebody need to be ready, to play. And this is, big team. This is the answer. Everybody is supposed to take the 1 minute, 2, 3 minutes, no matter name, the position, start him. You have, certain, of course, hierarchy, like in the team, who can play, who can stay with mistake, who can play with extra foul, like here. This is the big teams. But, most likely everybody should be, like in a certain rotation role, and be ready for this. This is what we talk about every day.
You mentioned the schedule. Like, is it time now, even if it's tough, to accept the fact that you need to maybe focus more on rest than wins in the French Championship, like to, I don't know, rest some players, to, even if it means...
I don't think about this, I'm thinking about, game from game to game, about who I'm going to rest, who I'm going to play, who I'm going to expose more, who needs more playing time, like, et cetera, et cetera. So I cannot answer you now, like one game is like this, I will feel this.
On the next game in your league, it's as well. They're like, even if they are 17th out of 18, they seem to be playing better. The last month they beat Milan.
It's like for these teams who doesn't have, like any big pressure, you see that, like also they use, from my side, from my point, like use the EuroLeague to be good in a French league, to build up the form, and they can really be a problem, like say, like they beat, FS, who's supposed to be, they even still now, playing contender. So, like they are very, very dangerous. All these three teams, who we play against, today we won 1 finals, but 3 more finals we have to win to be where we want to be.
Do you feel for them it's even like there is something extra when they play Monaco because they have this losing streak?
It's gonna be like I said, another great game, finals, tough game, everything what you can put.
You mentioned Matthew, but there is also Donta, who was kind of like a big factor in this last quarter, like dunks, defense. You need those kind of like energy from him.
Dante is playing recent time, like he's, producing. I mean, like he is always there, very positive guy. On the bench, he's the one, like you want to have, like always supporting, always listening, always around, coachable guy, like I have, good relationship, like, and it's the matter of, trust. When he gonna, with all difficulties, it's not the perfect in one things, like here, but I think, with the will, the big will he possess, he's helping, the teams and all.
And as for me, like it's the time of the season when you look at the rankings, you're calculating, we can finish second, third, or not.
How to calculate? No, it's not. Doesn't depend just from us. We are calculating to win all games. This is the only calculation I accept. And then we see who we're going to play against.
Is there any key moment in this game for you?
I mean, it's you cannot say one is key moment. Like here, I mean, somehow, maybe the 3 point from Mike, like falling down, like it's not easy against also Anderson to play, like here, maybe that was the crucial one on the end. But, the game is, like part of, so many, like important, moments, like, and, when you are not completely physical, mentally ready, you can make mistakes, like, we could also give the game, like, with some mistakes, like unnecessary mistakes, but to understand this, like, because, like, just one thing, like I said, like, now the main physio come to me and said, man, I am the, like, I really feel tired now. So, can you imagine, like, the physiotherapist, says, I'm really tired. Can you imagine? With all emotion, I don't want, say I'm a horse, I can do everything. There is no problem for me. But for the players, it's not easy.
You say it's very stressful. Do you like that?
It's like, this is my life. Without stress, without, like, adventure, probably, I never stop all my life. So, like, you have to have a special energy to be in EuroLeague as a player, as a coach. But, when we finish the season, I'm not sitting home. I cannot repeat any summer, where I spend my days. It's always here, there, like here. I cannot repeat. But yes, like here, this is passion. Like, without this, I think, like, a lot of great coaches, like here, are losing the position. So when I start to feel, like that I'm losing this, probably I'm not going to do it.
Not this year and not next year.
I would, calculate even more, because, I'm good, very good.
Jeff, the physio who said he was tired.
Jeff was, Jay said, man, I'm tired.
And John Brown is.
He's okay. He's just hit, like, but he's okay.
So Matthew kind of limping, he's okay too.
It's like, Matthew is a little bit poser, like, we know this.
And from Jordan White.
Yeah, he practiced. It was a risk, like, he was also mad because he didn't, play. We have to say this, but, like, with the medical stuff, we have certain development, like here, of course, like, he's, like, from the beginning, like, the guy who can make the difference for us. Yeah, well, let's put it like this.
Are you maybe, like, you have to play if you're in quarterfinal, like, you have to play 2 games in 3 days, for example,
There are a lot of questions about this, like, but yes, we always, like, in his case, we'll also decide game by day. But we expect, of course, like, to be there, like, ready for when it comes the most important, and it's now.